Oh, wow. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome, Don. Thanks, bro. Thanks for joining this early. Adịmụmma nwanne mmadụ. Anyị ejekwa ebe a taa ka o wee na-eme. Yeah, from Athens. How are you, my brother? Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. Yeah, I greet you. I welcome you. Guys, help me share this as you're listening. Just share it. Let this message go wide. Share this. You can share it in groups also. Yeah, my brother. Good morning. Grand rising, everyone. I don't know what paganism is. I'm not a pagan. Thank you. Well, Lord. Share the love around, please. Share the positive vibe. Let it move. Thanks, everyone. Nwanne mmadụ asala m chi. Hello, team. Imeela Pole. Dachi, in your matolest. Yeah. Thank you, guys. We'll start in 2 minutes. Let's wait for the other. Yeah. Nakwana. My dear, this money wey una people pay me, I never see am. I mean, this money wey una pay me, I never see the money. Yeah, thank you, my brother. Marius, Eleni, holy, your sister. Eleni. Are you Ethiopian? My Buki Rahim, how are you? I see your hand, my sister. So much I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks. Yeah. The other one is Stanley. That's starting the next 30 seconds. Those of you at work already, I wish you the best of the day. Please wear a big smile. No be your house is bad paso. No, you rough everywhere. Only you want the sufferer. Yeah, thank you, my people. Yeah. Yes. Who is this one again? This early morning. These people, on a get time. Oh, thank you, Kate. How are you? Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Man, this doesn't require confidence. You just need to stand your ground as a person. There's nothing special about it. Oh, yeah, you too. I thank you. Another people. Oh, yeah, nah. Kennedy. Since you know one get sense. Type again. Let me see. Thank you, my people. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Oh, my sweet sister. Sweetie, you know, you get the kind of one if you call you, may fight no start. Dalu. Yes, everyone. Yeah. Oh, Yeah, you're welcome, everyone. Friends and enemies alike. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. So we are going to, and we will bring you on here if you are brave enough. We can still bring you on. You know they run. You know they say debate they run, but that's not what we came to talk about this month. My people, you know, one of the one of the hardest things you can do in life is to convince a prince who've been forced into poverty from birth to know that he is actually the son of a rich man, a wealthy man, a powerful man. It's very difficult. Tell him that he's stupid, he will accept it. But tell him that he is a great man, he came from a great lineage, he will tell you no. And that is what you get when an enemy raised your children. If an enemy raised your child, and by raising a child, let me explain the education, the type of education we got, the type of things we hear in the media, the people we call the most intelligent, the type of things they are saying. Guys, please let me share this. All those things you're seeing are parts of rearing. We are all animals. Imagine the world as a giant zoo. When you get to a giant zoo, you find out that only the strongest animals control everywhere. That is how it is, because that's how power works. Then in the age of information, who are the people wielding the power? They are the people who control information, who control what you hear or what you are being taught in school. This is how it is. This is how life works. And if you've gone through that system and come out as a certified smart guy, no, that smartness is only in that field. And what is that field exactly? It's a brainwash arena. If your salvation would come from those places, they would have closed them. There's a reason they don't care about your education. Forget about your government. Check all these international agencies that are in your country. Check how much they are telling their people they spend every year annually on education. Check how much UNICEF spent on education in Nigeria alone in the last 10 years. Then show me a single UNICEF project you will see other than all these signposts, big, giant, beautiful signposts. All those signposts, you see them nice, sponsored by UNICEF. They'll just write the name of the school. You see your principals lobbying for their schools to get an ordinary signpost from the UNICEF. The advertisement board of the school that your local government should have taken care of. Even the communities that the schools are located in. Hey, you can actually go back to your old neighborhood and build something there. You don't need government to do all these things. When they refuse to do it, then do it yourself. That way you'll be having influence on how children are being educated, to make sure they are actually getting educated instead of getting indoctrinated. That way they will start listening to you. Money speaks, money talks, money is powerful. That way they will be listening to you. Then you bring all these ideas. Only then will they show you how corrupt the Ministry of Education is. Okay? How corrupt these people. Hey, the people in Abuja, please, when I use Abuja, understand that I'm talking as a Nigerian. So your own Abuja could be Accra. Your own Abuja could be Bamako. It could be Dakar. It could be Ouagadougou. It could be Lomé. It could be Yamoussoukro. But understand that those people there are not even smart enough to destroy your educational system and control you with it. with this poor education. No, 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 no. The people ultimately benefiting from that forced education are your slave masters, and they know, yet they are the ones who you believe are spending millions of pounds and dollars in your educational system. Where did they pump the money to? Now get the books. When they will give you books, look at the type of books they give you. Now, do you think they will give you the could be Yaounde, Zizi, Blasio, Zizi could be Yaounde? Go and check. They will not put an information that will set you free in there, and you are relying on them. You wonder why. Do you know why they cannot give you a history textbook? All these Europeans. Before, they used to give us history textbooks. Now, so many of our people are there. Most people have gotten conscious. So instead of giving you a book that will raise an eyebrow, they stopped it entirely. Now history died in your school. Then on the side of history, wait. On the side of history, there are people also benefiting from it. You see these your royal fathers, all these top ones. I'm not talking about all these autonomous, all those kings that the government will just revoke their this thing. I'm coming, guys. Let me take care of things. Not all these ones that they will just, hey, Rochas, as Imo State governor, do you know how many so-called traditional rulers he took their staffs of office? Do you know how many he removed? But did it make the news? No. But they removed Sanusi everywhere. Shook. Both friends and enemies alike took notice. Some even went as far as telling you that these people, they are playing a smart game. They want to run him in 2023. Then others are telling you, hey, do you know the crime he committed? He led the people that killed one Igbo businessman. Okay. When did you know that history? Who told you that history? When did you hear about it? Oh, when he started opposing those people that brainwashed him. Then you have some of us who've not, okay, we may have listened to him before and hear him speak, both on and offline, but with no direct contact with him. We defended him. Why? Because we understand the game that is being played. So those ones will not even want you to know your history. That way, it will be easy for you to be talked down on. Everyone will be talking down on you. When they want to talk to you, they just... And you go to abroad, you see that thing is killing the confidence of our people. Just a small white guy now. Yesterday, I was at a place, they are playing draft. Ghanaians. One small Turkish boy. You know those ones they used to look for trouble. Just came there and wanted to put his hand in the board. And the Ghanaian guy told him, no, remove your hand. This guy was just looking at the guy like this. You know, swearing up to him like a fowl in front of a dog. You see, sometimes you watch movies, you see a dog cowering from a cow, from a hen. From a hen. A cock you will tear a small boy. And then I told the boy, get check. He was like this. Immediately I rose up, he sped. He sped off. Yesterday, just yesterday. This is what years of brainwash can do to a person. Before you know what's happening, you start taking yourself as nothing. That's why sometimes when people tell you you are worthless, just know that they are projecting. That's called projection. They're projecting who you are, who they are on you. And they will not understand it until they get into trouble with you. Then it will clear. It will clear from their eyes. This is what years of brainwash, false indoctrination, negative indoctrination. Hey, you can indoctrinate your kid. Yes. But what are you indoctrinating them in? Reality, falsehood? Are you telling them about themselves, about who they are? Start telling them about what their ancestors used to do before slavery came. Some people actually, you see some people, they will be telling you, if not for white people, would you be, imagine he's wearing a white man's clothes and telling us, what? What? They invented clothing? They invented clothing and I'm supposed to take you seriously. Probably you heard it from your professor, from your lecturers, or it could be any of the people, your political leaders. It could be anyone. The people you think they know anything without knowing that they are all dummies. They are all dummies. If they are smart, they will be working with their certificates. There are people, there are engineers who will not leave their jobs to become a governor. Never. They will tell you that, hey, I'll be useless there. I love what I'm doing. Why people are dying, killing each other to get to a political position, those people, they are backing away from it. And you watch them, they are comfortable, they are okay. Year after year, year after year, year after year. Those of them that were looking for that gubernatorial position, you will see them, they will be wasting their resources because they are gamblers. Most of them are fraudsters. So they will lose their money. At the end of the day, they will still go broke. But this was, even some of them that were governors in 1999, they don't have up to 1 billion naira in their accounts now. Yes. Upon all the money they embezzled. Free flow of dollars everywhere there. This is all what we were taught in school those days. Please bring your old social studies textbook. Someone, please, if you can gift me old social studies textbooks, the ones used in the 80s and the 90s, early 90s, please, if you can get them, give to me, 70s even. I will appreciate it. I want to read those books live on air. Then we compare it with what we know now. Ijele, Friday challenge is still there. I hope you are ready because I want to see who is right and wrong before deciding who to follow. Hey, I don't need all this calling. No, let him set the debate like he said before. All of these problems you are seeing now are all from something like this. When they brought it, I told them, you will put your guy in trouble. I will beat him like a drum. This is the beginning of all these issues. Oh. Not about your defense fund. No, that is none of my business. If people are stupid enough to believe anyone and give them their money, it is their money, not mine. Okay? This is what brought this in. No, I don't do calling. No. Let him set that debate again and not run away from it. How many calls we get through? Huh? How many calls we get through? Man, forget this thing. No, let him set the debate again. Let's not go away from our main topic. I'm coming to that. See, I will open the line. After this thing. You can ask me any question. Please get those books, compare them with what you know today. And you will find out that, hey, these guys really destroyed us. These guys really destroyed us. You can't read those books and not get angry. You can't read them and not get angry. Please go and read Things Fall Apart again. Please read Things Fall Apart again as a conscious person. You appreciate what Chinua Achebe did, fine, but you will understand that he was actually writing from what he was taught in school. And the white people were still in our schools, even as headmasters in some places. Even as early as late as the 70s, you have some whites teaching in schools, and those schools are considered prestigious schools. No, we don't know that white people are teaching there. What? That's the exact reason you shouldn't go there in the first place. That's the exact reason you shouldn't go there in the first place. How can the descendants of the people who destroyed your land teach you? How can they teach you? Tell me. How do you expect them to educate you? Yeah, they will educate you, but what type of education? The slave and the master cannot worship the same God, because you are all equal before your gods. So if you are worshiping the same God as your slave master, hey, someone is not telling someone the truth. It has its own effect too. You in your village, you know a man that took control of his brother's property. Some may be dead now. Most of them are dead now. Most of all these land disputes you are seeing in villages that are leading to deaths. Hey, not just because of the land. No, some people have heard the history of their family. Oh, this guy, it was actually your father that killed my own father and took over everything. And now you people have too many lands and I don't. And I've been calling you father. I've been taking you as my big uncle all my life. That is what is happening on a much larger scale to black people. Some of us they call troublemakers are those who've seen the truth and are exposing it to the rest of you, and they don't want you to know it. But the movement has been infiltrated a long time ago. It didn't start today. You people are talking about Thomas Sankara. Remember, his close friend killed him to go work for the masters. And Burkina Faso. Hey, Sankara didn't even rule for 6 months or 8 months. Yet we are hearing his name. Who are the people that are making the thing impossible? That information, do you know how long they've suppressed it? Ask your lecturers. Some of them cannot teach you certain things. That's why what they tell you in confidence is different from what they teach in the classrooms. The president may think that he is doing it to stop them from criticizing. No, 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 no. You are stopping the people from getting the right education. They won't be mentally developed. Chioma Okoli, so your father is a human trafficker. I didn't know. I'm hearing it for the first time. Are you getting me? The ultimate beneficiary of this nonsense in our land are not people living in Nigeria. They are the people who own Nigeria. That's why they want it the way it is. Now, I will in 2020, I will be teaching someone who calls himself a black leader about black race, black people, and how we all grew up hating black color. Have you seen a poor bleaching cream dealer? Have you seen a poor bleaching cream dealer? Tell me. Have you seen a poor one? Why? Because they are making money from it. What do you think is leading to that? Yes, it's projection. They are projecting your own image as evil. As evil. Black is associated with bad things. Black is associated with stupidity. Some of you fools were saying that your father was bleaching. Hey, under the winter, I get a lighter skin. Under the summer, I get darker. Check my childhood photo. You Mumu, go to the page and see my childhood photo. See how fair I was then. When I was born, I was like a sun. As though you knew one tiny thing. Grow up to be this, and you think any idiot will come and intimidate me. Their education will turn you into what my teacher Malcolm X called the self-loathing Negroes. Really, some people actually believe that without the white people, that blacks can't get to space. The origin of knowledge, of consciousness, of universal, what you call universal consciousness. So you are telling that they couldn't have made it to the space without the white people. I've said many things about him. I've called him a thief. I've called him a liar. I've called him an empty drum. So which of them? They don't come. They don't come. Wait, my people. Instead of you to wait until I post the link so you will come on and prove to me how useless I am. Thank you, my brother. So my people, years and years of that indoctrination will make you hate yourself. It will make you hate yourself. You wouldn't know when you are hating yourself. Okay. Wait, guys. It will make you hate yourself. Please, the information we give you is not for general consumption. That's why I'm blocking all those people. We are not here to look for followers. If not, I will leave you to be insulting your father here. None of your insult is getting to me. My own mouth shall pass your own. So let's focus on the teaching. Over the time, our black people have come to believe that without these people, we couldn't have done anything. Now, see, if you don't know what geometry is, would you build the Pyramid of Giza? No, tell me, how can you build those things without knowing what geometry is? And these people in Egypt, do you think that they are the real Egyptians? Eh? Do you think they are the real Egyptians? So you think without mathematics, without the knowledge of math, you can build those things? Okay, you go and build it. Let me see. With your technology you have today, with your current technology, go and quarry such stones. Have you seen the sizes of the stones? Eh? Do you know what the stones weigh? Those stones, what technology did they use to cut them and carry them from a far place? And they told you that these Ashkenazis that went to the place you call Israel a couple of years ago, not even up to 100 years, they managed to convince you that they are the people that built those things when they were suffering, according to the Bible. Guys, can we stop insulting ourselves? Can we stop with the insult? Eh? The Greeks who started the European civilization, where did they get their education from? Do you know why you are not matching up with them now? For over 370 years, black people were forbidden from reading and writing. Go and check it. So when they are apologizing to you for slavery, please tell them to make you understand which one they are talking about. Is it about destroying your civilization, about stopping you from getting educated, what you gave them freely? They turned back and seized you, destroyed your land, just because they want to steal your resources. The same thing is still going on, and they apologize to you. What apology? And you think the same people will give you education? See the English. Oh yeah, somebody read. Is this not the one of human trafficking? Okay, block this one. I'm coming, guys. I'm not going to give you a second chance. Go and bring more fake accounts. My people, Egypt of today, the people who are the original Egyptians left are the people you see, the Nubians. The Nubians. They are the few ones left. The other day, I posted something on the page. Egypt, Ethiopia, and Sudan are having a meeting about the River Nile. Now, these people don't know that before they were all the same country. When you are talking about Egypt, Sudan, what you call Sudan today, was part of Egypt, Kemet. When you see the Pharaoh with that hat, that long hat with a shorter one like this, it represents the unification of the two kingdoms. Hey, Africans didn't start killing each other today. Please. Okay? We taught them medicine also, medicine. What you call medicine today, they learned it from Egypt, blacks. The doctors, ask medical doctors, when they take their oath, they take their oath in the name of Imhotep. Thank you, my brother, for reminding me. Imhotep. And Imhotep didn't invent medicine, no. He was the ruler. There were people everywhere who are doing the things. It was a common culture, but he was the one they met. Now, you think your president knows all those things, those documents he's giving to all these people? No. He will get experts, but Imhotep is in his own. The educational system of old Egypt. In the educational system, you will know all those things. 40 years is what it takes to be a graduate. 40 years. So he knows it, but the knowledge is not just to him alone, but as the king, he will take the glory. There are other people. When you talk about intelligent people, the elite, those are the elite. You will be vast in everything, military, anything about military, archery, and all those any other thing, spear throwing. You will be physically fit. You will know spirituality was the order of the day. You must master all those things. That's how you become a master. Master didn't start from slavery. It means you become powerful. Now, were all of them like that? No, but the few who were like that came to rule everywhere. That's why knowledge is power. That's what it means. That's what it means. And they blossomed, they flourished until the sea people came. Now, when you watch many documentaries, you see them talk about the sea people. Who were the sea people? Please check the African map. And the sea people came from the north. What continent is on top of Africa? When you watch it from the north, wait, let me come. I want to show you something. Let's do this once. Let's do this for once. I'm coming, guys. I have so many windows open here. I'm coming. Watch this. This is the map of Africa. This is Africa here. Then those people came from the north. The sea people from the north. This is the only sea there, what you call Mediterranean Sea today. So those people came from here. If they had come from the Middle East, what you call Middle East here was still called Africa as at then. So all those battles took place along this coast here. And the sea people came from the north. How can you tell me that you don't know who the sea people are? White historians are telling you that they lost track of who the sea people are. If they were from here, we already had names we were calling them. Mesopotamia, Babylon, Hittites, all of them around here. We know them already. So if they were from here, we would have known them. This is the north of Africa, including here. The people you call the Israelis of today came from this area, Khazars. And you see how they were with the Mongols. This is Mongolia. Khazaria used to be around here. All of these places. All of here. The people that destroyed Africa were the sea people from the north. The sea people from the north. So they came, destroyed everything. Why? Because they've been coming. Check all of them. The Greek historians, they are scientists. Go and check them. Their teachers were all educated in Egypt. And this is long before the people you call Arabs today. Hey, go and check the ancient meaning of Arab, black. All these foolish people. The people who don't know this history are the people teaching your children. And some of you will be listening to them and think you are learning history. Huh? Watch. North African people are not African. Are you seeing it? You are talking about invaders. You are talking about invaders. Those people invaded North Africa. And if you don't know their history, go and ask. The Mongols have been ravaging the whole place too. Ask Iranians what happened to Persepolis, one of the last places holding the ancient history. That may be the place you lost the knowledge about the origin of life. And I believe the people who burnt the places down, they cannot burn such information. No, they will hide them. That's why the secret of the world is not told on TV stations. Even go and check current world maps and check old world maps. They've been redrawing it. To hide, I asked people from Persepolis. The place was burnt down. Every man, woman, and child killed and burnt. Genocide. We are talking about genocide. When you go and study the history of many genocides, you find out that all the recent ones are just rubbish. Child's play. Child's play. What happened to the Carthaginian Empire? Wait, the black people that were ruling Spain, what happened to their to the people that gave birth to them? Their ancestors, then their descendants. Their descendants. Go and check. Ask about what happened to them. If you had all those things and without that 300 and something years, almost 400 years, you were paused. Then the knowledge started disappearing. If you can't exchange an idea, it will die. Then the few people who had the knowledge, because of hardship, you have to use it to survive, to make ends meet. You start hiding it. The number of people that know about them will be shrinking. Shrinking and shrinking, shrinking and shrinking. Then if there is a natural disaster, maybe an earthquake or flooding that wiped out that family, who do you think will have that knowledge? Nobody. Now your elders died off. All these elders of today, remember, they were leaders of yesterday. And if they didn't create a better society for you, what makes you think that you should be listening to them at all times? Huh? Stupid people get old too. They've erased history. Erasure of history did not start today. What they are doing in the USA now, the descendants of the slave traders funding people to go and destroy old statues in the name of destroying white supremacy and racism without knowing that you are erasing the history that will set you free. You don't know it. Now you know why everyone is confused. The Dogons, there is this video, guys, in all of these old accounts, in most of all those old accounts that they took down. We've been doing stories about the Dogons. You saw all those videos we were playing there. Then it's difficult to find them on YouTube again. They've cleaned them out. Yes, try it. You saw where a French scientist came to their place. Then someone gave him an information. All these slave owners, ask them. They are the ones that know your history more than you. They have the documents. They have the documents. And the guy traced the place they were talking about to Mali, the Dogon people, in the southern part of Mali. The guy was doing something about the star system. Then when he got to Mali, they told him that his map was wrong. People who didn't go to school or who don't speak French or English told him that, watch, see this stone, our ancestors mapped this. There is another star here, and that is where we came from. And as at then, with their technology, they didn't see the serious two-star system. But I think maybe they saw it, but they were hiding it. Then someone else stumbled upon it, because you can't just tell me that they are now discovering new planets. No. Many people are now building their own telescopes. And once they see something, you see these people, they will release that and they now discover that. No. I believe they have the information. You see the Vatican, they have one of the most sophisticated telescopes in the world. Why don't they open the Vatican archives for you? Let them open it to the public. Let's see. It will lead back. Hey, Britons, you see, when the Greeks were fighting with the British to return their stolen artifact, they chiseled it off a wall. Then Britain told them that if we are going to return this, then everyone will return their artworks to their original places. That argument died there. Now you just push me, I push you, you push me, I push you. That's what they are doing. They cannot fight, because if they want to return everything, then most of the things in Italy will be returned to Greece. Then the Greeks themselves will have to give them to the Turks. The Turks will have to give some to the Iranians and the Babylonians. Are you seeing how everything, and those ones will have to return some to the Berlin Museum. The Berlin Museum will be cleared out. Huh? All these their museums, go and check them. Things gotten from your place. Things gotten from your place. And you don't even know it. Let's watch a small video on the Dogons, and you will see some cultural similarities between them and your own people, your own people. You will see it. Wait, let's analyze this video. I'm coming, guys. I don't have any producer. I'm doing everything myself. Watch this. From Home Team History. Home Team History. You can go watch it later. A history of the Dogon and their ancient science. And just mind you that what is just showing is just some pieces of the puzzle. If you want to know, go and watch their history on Nigeria and your own tribe. You find out that they just know just a little about the Dogons. If you want to know the real history about the Dogons, please go to Mali or call your brothers and sisters in Mali. Tell them to get you a friend who is a Dogon. Now you can speak with them directly and hear their history from their own mouth. From their own mouths. That's how to know real history. And everything they are telling you is verifiable. Let's continue. Let's go on.
World is Homestead here, and welcome back to another video of African history, culture, and worldview. And welcome back to my series, A Closer Look. Today, we're going to take a closer look at the Dogon people of Mali. And as always, if you want to support the home team, you can do so on patreon.com. I have some new rewards for you guys, so be sure to check that out. Also, go to Afrographics.com, a website where you can find unique illustrative infographics summarizing African history. All links to Patreon, Afrographics, and home team merchandise are in the description box below. According to oral tradition, the Dogon were originally members of the Keita family, a Mande-speaking group from the Niger River, who fled their homes sometime between the 10th and...
Keita family. Now you know why all those people, they answer Keita. And some of them are in Nigeria also. Now you know the origin of the name Keita. Some of you bear Keita as name and you think it's an Islamic name. No, it's not an Islamic name. It's an African name, Keita.
In the 13th centuries, because they refused to convert to Islam. The oral tradition may show that the Dogon absorbed Mande-speaking refugees from the centralized Islamic kingdoms of the Niger Basin. However,
by that time they are talking about, he's talking about here now, the Arabs have invaded, and what they do is they merge with a tribe. Then that tribe will be working on their behalf. Okay? For you to understand that what the Islamic conquest was not about bringing you salvation through Islam, just like the Christian conquest of Nigeria is not about preaching the gospel. No, 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 no. They are coming, they came for your wealth. That's why they've not left till date. They traded in slaves also. Okay? Everything that is of value, natural resources and human beings. You know why Africa is the richest continent in the world? Africa is being kept poor for a reason. And all this noise about Islamic terrorist groups and all, hey, these guys are brainwashed people. You need to educate them first. Education is not this type of nonsense thing they are doing, our educational programs. Former ex-Boko Haram fighters, now they need to go to see an imam. That will, how can the virus be the antidote? Religion puts him in that thing. How can you use religion to save him from it? You see how they are using all people to destroy those who are supposed to set them free. Your own people. The people telling the truth are being hunted down. Mubarak Bala is still held by the Kano state government. And you think it's just about this Kano state government. No, he is threatening the wealth of the Islamic cartel in the north. When the people open their eyes, the emirs will be in trouble. You are not getting it. Let Allah fight his battle. It's that simple. Let Jesus, Angel Gabriel, let them fight their battles. The Islamic leaders should stop ordering the killings of people. They are ordering killings everywhere. They will tell you Sharia. Who wrote the Sharia? Who brought it? The same people that came to destroy your people. Now these guys had to run to this place to save themselves. From then, when they were closed from the outside world, they were left with only the information that the wisest among them possessed. Other things they were exchanging with people, how to do this, how to make this, how to make that, disappeared. Because you were detached. It's like being in prison.
The Voltaic or Gur language of the Dogon suggests a more ancient presence in their present-day homeland in south-central Mali. They inhabit the rugged and isolated Bandigara escarpment and surrounding regions southwest of the Niger Bend. The cliffs at the edge of the escarpment protected the Dogon from outside invaders. Dogon settlements concentrate around isolated pockets of arable land where they farm millet as a subsistence crop. Traditionally, the Dogon have shared this territory with the Fulani, who exchange their dairy products for Dogon grain and produce. Their rugged and isolated territory left them relatively unaffected by French colonialism and missionary work.
French colonialism and missionary work. What missionary? You know what their mission was? Is to go and steal as many things as possible. As many people as possible. The French ran the worst European version of slavery, and it was in Haiti. It was in Haiti. Okay? Had these people not survived, now you know why the French scientists came. Now you know why where he got the information from. These guys are in possession of the oldest maps in the world. That is what the real education is. That is the education you should be seeking. You'd be lucky to still find those information in any of their museums. There's a reason they are just putting only artworks. You go there and take a photo. I visited. Without looking at the information there, even some of those artworks, go and check what the information they put there. Check what those things are saying. As an Igbo man now, when you see an ancient Igbo artwork, you don't even know the information there because you and I can't write Nsibidi very well. And most of our people don't even know what Nsibidi looks like. The language these Arabs are writing, they call it Arabic. What do you mean of Arab? Black. Okay, wait. The best Arabic you will get in the world is the Egyptian Arabic. Now, why wasn't it Saudi Arabia? Why would it be Egypt and not Saudi Arabia, not Qatar, not Kuwait, not Syria, not Iraq? Why? Whose language did they corrupt? Tell me, do you know the ancient writing of your ancestors? These are the things they destroyed during slavery. The Arabs and the Europeans, they did it together. In this last one, meanwhile, the original one, the one that destroyed the last Egyptian glory, the people that did that were the Europeans. They are the sea people. They were calling them the sea people, the sea people. My dear, Sudan and Egypt used to be one country before. You don't understand it. Upper and lower Kemet. They used to be Kemet. Then another ancient people, they had a common boundary with them, were the Ethiopians. What you call the Atlantic Ocean today used to be called the Ethiopian Ocean. I don't know if you are not paying attention. Are you getting it, my people? Let's watch the video. We are not going to play too much of it.
By maintaining their pre-colonial cultural traditions and customs, the Dogon have attracted the attention of numerous ethnographers, including the French anthropologist Marcel Gréau, and the French ethnographic filmmaker Jean Roche. In recent years, however, the Dogon have increased their participation in the cash economy. Some villages have specialized in traditional crafts and performances in order to attract.
Now, doesn't this look like the Napoleon hat? What you call the French hat? Huh? When did it become popular in France? When did they start wearing it? And when did the French make contact with these people first? But people will tell you, an African will tell you that this one copied the French.
Attract commercial tourism. Some Dogon have even left their homeland in search of wage labor, particularly in Bamako, Mali, and the mines of Cote d'Ivoire. Unfortunately, the Dogon have also recently faced animosity from their Fulani neighbors, with whom they compete for.
With their Fulani neighbors. And when you are talking about, you see this Fulani ruling elite, these people don't know, for their selfish interests, they are willing to lead the people they brainwashed to people's lands to kill them. And what is usually only a tiny fraction of them, with an organized army, always backed up by the Arabs and the Europeans. If not these ones, it will be these ones. Many deep. When you talk about Arabs, what are we talking about, by the way? Is it Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia is not even a country. The people ruling Saudi Arabia are the people who got empowered by the Westerners of late. Gave them guns and weapons. They used it and took over every other tribe of theirs. The only ones that survived are the Hashemites. And the Hashemites, they lost Iraq. The last surviving Hashemite kingdom is Jordan. And they are the people who used to control both Palestine and the current day Israel. Now you know why the Jordanian king is prepared, even his family. Go and watch the video. His children, his wives, his daughters, they were all shooting. You people think they are joking? Open your eyes. All these Fulani people you are talking about, go and check it. They kill their own people more everywhere. Everywhere, for you to see that it is evil men just for resource control. And if they refuse to do all those things, their masters will now empower their people to kill them. So in order to save their skins, they will be using these brainwashed people. That's why they love Islam. Now you know why when you speak against Islam, they will kill you. They are not killing you on behalf of any God, any Allah. They are killing you because they want to protect their interest. Religion is a business mechanism. With it, you have power.
Scarce mineral resources and mining jobs. A Hogan or headman, traditionally the oldest man in the area, provides spiritual leadership. He performs rituals and safeguards the religious mask for which the Dogon are famous. The Dogon fall into at least 4 smaller groups: the Dayan, Aru.
What the Dayan, Aru, but when you see their hat, you call it a Fulani hat. You see the hat, you call it a Fulani hat. What do you even mean by Fulani? How many tribes are we talking about? Wait, let me block this moron. Even in the middle of our discussion, I will still stop to block these fools. Are you getting me? How many Fulanis are we talking about? What tribe are we talking about? The people who are suffering? Huh? There are criminals everywhere. You have Fulani criminals also. You have Fulani criminals also. See what someone brought out his time to type. Watch. all this long thing with a fake account, with a fake account for you to see the criminals you are exposing. Don't worry, Chineke got what you need. You will not stop the teaching, and I will still come back to you people. I will keep on mocking people and making fun of you. Don't worry. You never see anything self. Are you see these tribes? See their heart. These are traditional. Their traditional hearts. All Fulanis are not the same. Study your history.
Onan and Dumno. Unlike their Muslim neighbors, most Dogons.
What do they even mean by Muslim neighbors? Are they Muslim Africans? No, you have Africans who were indoctrinated into the Islamic ideology, masquerading as a religion. There is no Christian African, there is no Muslim African. These are colonial institutions. Your Arab colonial master, my European colonial master. And you know why they want to unite the two religions when religion is dying in their place? They've closed down their churches. They only left the mosques open because they are using those places to breed terrorists. They used to strike any country they want in the Middle East. Okay? That's what they are doing. Stop the nonsense. Boko Haram kidnapped how many women in Borno State? Saturday night. How many? How many girls? What do you think they are doing to those girls right now? These are armed bandits, criminals, hiding behind religion.
They will practice a traditional religion with a complex mythology. This has received considerable anthropological attention. Dogon cosmology considers every being a combination of complementary opposites. Elaborate rituals are necessary to maintain this balance. Ancestor worship is another important facet of Dogon religion. Members of the Society of Man.
What do they even mean by ancestor worship? You mean people observing their rituals? That is not worship. Africans don't worship anything. They don't worship anyone. What you see today is another version of fraud. All these ones you see that are telling you must come and worship this one, our this or that. Hey, these are criminals also. Religion started from Africa. Go and check it in every society. It favors only the ruling class everywhere. And anyone who doesn't buy the nonsense is called an apostate. It's an excuse, just giving a dog a bad name to kill it. Watch the fake accounts. They've come.
Perform rituals to guarantee that a person's.
Watch the fake accounts. Watch them. All of these people typing this nonsense, fake accounts. Watch them. Criminals. The people we are exposing. The criminals. Hey, they know that their business is collapsing. No? Their business is collapsing. Their business is collapsing. Their days are numbered.
Life force will flee from his or her corpse to a future.
Please, you people have masquerades like this all around Black West Africa. West Africa is black. Anyway. Black West Africa is very redundant. Watch. Watch. Don't you have masks like this? And they will tell you that it's for evil. No. The people who are using it to threaten you are doing it for business. Now, you with your Christian brainwash or Islamic brainwash, you are seeing it as evil also. Are you seeing how everything is about making money, controlling people, controlling your mind? Huh?
Future relative of the same lineage. One of the most famous Dogon rituals is the Sigi, a series of rituals performed once every 60 years, recorded by filmmaker Jean Roche. Islamic missionaries, however, have had some success among the Dogon, and approximately 35% of the Dogon population are now Muslim.
Are you seeing approximately 35% of them are now Muslims. Why? Because they have to go to Bamako. The economic system is rigged against everyone. To eat, you must have paper money. To work for paper money, you must work under the system. Now, when you're working under the system, you will always find the richest people as the wisest. Now, you have to convert to Islam. I don't know if that makes sense to you. That is what's happening. If these people have resources to dwell in their lands, believe me, Islam will die a natural death. When they know that they don't need to pray to any Allah to have a good harvest, that all they need to do is build the irrigation system, use the resources in their lands as fertilizers, not buy all this Monsanto nonsense that is killing their lands, and observe all the ancient rituals of the land. Then watch the way. Why were you having good harvests before these people came? All of a sudden, you don't have anything again, no matter what you do. Do you know what they are taking from your land? The oil living is the nutrients of the earth. Now, when you use it to manufacture something, now you have to balance for this. Like making it easier for people to farm and replenish the earth. Like use organic manure. Organic manure. When you are using organic manure, the land will still yield its fruit. It will give you its yield. Wait. Have they come again? Let me check. Okay. Let's continue.
Dogon art consists of ritual masks made with carved wood and other materials. Dogon architecture conveys symbolic relationships in Dogon society and is considered one of the most distinctive styles in West Africa. When the Dogon arrived at the Bandiagara escarpment, they found...
Wait, now, this thing, no matter... Do you know how old these things are? Now, can you build these things without geometry? Without knowledge of geometry? Just appreciate what people built with ordinary mud for how many years? How many years ago? We are talking about thousands of years ago. You now cannot even build this thing in 2020. Yet you believe they were dumb? Kai, you believe they were dumb? Oh, foolish people, criminals. Watch them with their fake accounts. Some of you don't even know what a fake account is, but now you're seeing it from your professional freedom fighters. Ndoshi, Chineke ga-akpọchu Nino. Crooks. Let's continue.
Architecture and other remains of earlier civilizations, among these the Togo and the Telem. Dogon villages are constructed to resemble a human body. At the head of the village is a blacksmith's shop and a toguna, a community men's house.
All these things you are seeing, all these things, these are part of your ancient writing. Go and check. Some of you watch all these things, these symbols, these images. They represent something. This is information. Everything you're seeing here. And you need to have the code to read it. Because we lost the knowledge a long time ago.
The toguna is an open-walled structure with roof supports carved in human shapes, often the female form. Typically, the toguna has 8 such supports, with the number representing the first 8 Dogon ancestors who sat in a ruling council. Today, these ancestors impart wisdom and spiritual knowledge to Dogon elders when they meet in the togona to discuss village affairs. In the Dogon religion, Amma is the supreme creator god.
Get it, Amma is the supreme creator god. And we are telling you Amadioha. Amma In Egypt, they tell you Amun or Aman, which you call Amen. Amun-Ra, the great one, the bringer of light, knowledge. Amadioha, what does he represent? You think Amadioha is someone or something? Huh? Amma, Amadioha, Abia Amma. Please trace back your origin to Africa, not Israel. Huh? Are you getting it now? Are you beginning to understand it? Is it beginning to make sense to you somehow? I know it will be very difficult for a lot of people. That's why some people will come and shamelessly tell you, I've been listening to this guy, I don't even understand a single thing. And shame they allow you to talk up. Hi.
The efforts of Amma initiated the formation of the universe, the creation of matter, and the process of biological reproduction. The notion of a creator God named
about biological reproduction, that is what the God of creation means. Amadioha. What does he represent? Some people say he's God of thunder. No. Not just thunder. What does that thunder means? Energy is an energy, creative force. The force of creation. Stop letting mythical images play in your head. Okay? Understand what it means. So all these people that will rub white chalk here, they will rub white chalk on their eyes, they will come and be threatening you people. And when they are finally exposed, you say, hey, these people, these dummies. No. There is a hidden information you don't have. It's that information you should seek. That's the information you need to seek. And you can't get it in your school. Take it from me.
named Amma or Amen is one that is not unique to the Dogon people, but can also be found in the religious tradition of other.
It's not unique to the Dogon people. It can be found in other places in Africa. Wait, I'm coming.
Biological reproduction. The notion of a creator god named Amma or Amen is one that is not unique to the Dogon people, but can also be found in the religious tradition of other West African and North African groups. Like other important Dogon cosmological keywords, the word Amma carries with it more than one level of meaning in the Dogon language. From one perspective, it can refer to the hidden god of the Dogon, and yet, from another perspective, it can mean to grasp, to hold firm, or to establish. Among the Dogon, Amma is
to create, in other words, to manifest something, to make it manifest. Another illiterate is here. Wait, let me block. Watch the English, oh man. See the face. Ike Chuku. Oh, an Asian. Fake people. Fraudsters. On our days are over. On our own, don't finish. My people, see, as they want to run this campaign, I can't do this on my own. Now, let me say this one openly. They are boosting their pages and the videos. I need to boost these pages and videos. If you want to be part of it, contact me after the program, please. Because we need this video to be going as viral as theirs. Let the whole world be here. Let us stand on the same pedestal. On the same pedestal. Let us level that fight. And I know say the lockdown economy catch everyone, but let us be boosting all these videos. They are boosting theirs. Me, I don't boost my videos. Oh. I don't. We need to follow them. I'm serious about it. I told one of our brothers this morning, so I just want to say it like this. You see this fight, you people will run from it. You people will run, I'm telling you.
is thought of as the god who holds the world firmly between his or her two hands, and to speak the name Amma is to entreat him or her to continue to hold it. Although commonly referred to as male, Amma is considered to symbolize both male and female principle.
You see, both male and female principle. And now they will tell you it's transgender. No, there is nothing transgender about it. It's positive and negative energy force that will come together to give you electricity. It is a man and a woman. There is a reason a woman is like this, a man is like this. Okay? The principle of duality, the law of duality, up and down, left and right, east and west. Mathematics, geometry, embedded in your own cosmology, but you are not seeing it. These people in Oka that you will give AK-47 and they will mold it and give to you. Tell me the school they attended. Yet they are doing all those things. What of Abala in Abia State? What of Edo State? The Benin Kingdom? Huh? Congo. They understand nature. Spirituality is just nature. That is what science is. Science. How do you mean a black? Of course, you are supposed to be a scientist. You are a naturalist. That's what it means. You understand nature. You understand how to take something from a tree and turn it into a poison. You can take something from a tree and turn it into a medicine. You understand the codes, numbers. That's why they tell you that numbers are magic. This is higher consciousness. That's our school.
And as a result, is more properly characterized as genderless or as being of dual gender. This dual aspect of Amma's character is consistent with the broader cosmological principles of duality and the pairing of opposites that are expressed symbolically in all facets of Dogon religion and culture. It's also consistent with the male and female aspects of biological reproduction that Amma symbolizes. The Dogon religion is characterized as an esoteric tradition, one that involves both public and private aspects. Although Amma could be said to embody great creative potential, he or she is in fact considered by the knowledgeable Dogon priests to be small, so small as to be effectively hidden from view. Although this detail of Amma's character is generally not spoken of in public among the Dogon, this perceived smallness of Amma is consonant with the instrumental role that he or she is said to play in the mythological processes of the formation of matter and of biological reproduction.
Of matter and of biological reproduction. Guys. And the people who knew this for millions of years somehow can't go to space. Is this what you're telling me? How did Africans map out the world years ago without your present day scientific equipment? And they only missed it by just a small thing. By today's not even by up to 100 meters did they miss it. Less than 10 meters. And by the time you check about the movement of the tectonic plates and how waters have been receding and moving further than they actually got it right. The continents have been splitting further, either splitting or coming together. Yes. Our ancestors know these things. They knew these things those days. And somehow you think that if we weren't stopped, we wouldn't be doing better than them. Why do you think they still come to excavate many places in Africa? No, tell me. Do you know the excavation job that is currently ongoing in the Sahara Desert? Please ask questions. In the Sahara Desert, yes. It's not just mining. You saw helicopter dropping food for to all these Boko Haram fighters. How many Nigerian helicopters are functioning, and how many of them will fly to that area? Now you don't know who the people that are supplying them food and water are. You wonder why your military cannot get close to them. This global pandemic started. They started withdrawing their missiles everywhere, withdrawing their troops, sending them back home. Somehow, your military started killing Boko Haram. Chad started killing Boko Haram. My brothers, my sisters. My people. You saw the video. You saw the video.
Perhaps the first important creation of the Dogon god Amma was an unformed universe, a body that is said to have held all.
Now, without geometry, how would you build these things? Even in the middle of in the hole they are living in, they were able to build all these things. How did they make their tools? You think there are no pillars here? Or what they used to brace all these things? Go and check, go and research about the destruction of Timbuktu. The French and the British with the Arabs, they know why they were destroying everything, pulling down everything they could. Some of them, they dumped them in water because they couldn't carry them. The one I told you in Turkey here, the obelisk, you saw how they cut them. They couldn't even carry them. They don't have the technology with which to carry them. Meanwhile, your ancestors built them and stood them up. What technology did they use? So they could do it then, and somehow you think it's natural that we are not able to do anything now. Huh? Come on.
All the potential seeds or signs of future existence. The Dogon referred to this body as Amma's egg. Now, it's actually been noted by respected researchers of Dogon myths.
Now, why are they say researchers of Dogon myth? How is it a myth when you can see everything here? Do you know why they are shooting off their noses? It will eliminate evidence. Now, look at what we always give them away. The lips. The upper and the lower lips. Some of them have thicker lips. Are you seeing it? They are knocking off the noses. You can't argue against the fact. You can't argue against the fact successfully. Such
as historian Nicholas Grimmel in his book, A History of Ancient Egypt, that there are likely symbolic parallels between key Dogon mythological characters and those of ancient Egypt. For instance, it can be argued that Amma is a likely counterpart to the Egyptian hidden god, Amen, much as attributes of the jackal of the Dogon myths present clear parallels to the jackal god of the Egyptian underworld. Likewise, comparisons can be made between the Egyptian god Sab or Anpu, who acts as judge between good and evil, and the pale fox of Dogon tradition, who is charged with a similar role of judging between truth and error. The religious beliefs of the Dogon were first documented in studies conducted.
Guys, let's leave this one and go to another one. Another Dogon history. Watch. Dogon Dama, National Geographic. Mind you, this is coming from these people. And if you want to hear the main truth, please go visit that place if you are in Mali, or you have your brothers in Mali, your brothers and sisters in Mali. Tell them, ask them these questions. Let them bring the people from that place. You hear their stories told by them. You hear it directly from the people.
In the Dogon village of Komakan, in Mali, preparations are underway for a rare event, the village Dama. Damas can be held only after a good harvest, and in this environment, that doesn't happen very often.
My people, doesn't this look like your Owu festival? The instruments that are beating, my people. Hey, guys, there is a reason nothing in Igbo land could be dated to maybe, let's say, 500,000 years ago, because it's the migration. The great migration happened. The great migration happened. Many things, wars, natural disasters have been making us to migrate. Hey, there is nothing like Kenya. There is nothing like Uganda. All those things, please. These are artificial borders. These are artificial borders. We may not have to, no, we don't have to eradicate them now, but it's for us to know our identity and let nature take care of every other thing. And the moment you start thinking like this, you become a Pan-Africanist. Someone was texting me yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, that he wants to become a Pan-Africanist. How would he join the movement? Hey, my dear, look into your community, look into your village. What's happening there then compared to what's happening elsewhere? Stop seeing the next person as your opponent. Forget about the language. If we all will go back to 1 million years ago, most of us may be speaking the same language. Yes. That's why your languages look borrowed. You hear some words here and there, it means the same thing. Please compare Ishan language. Ishan, are many languages they get to, but the core center thing they call things, Ishan and Igbo. Compare Ishan. I'm not Bini. Even in Bini, some of them are the same thing. But Ishan, compare it, check how many market days they have. 4. Yes. And you will be here insulting somebody. All these Bini people, you know, most of our people don't know that Edo State, they call every Edo person Bini. All these Bini people making noise everywhere. Then you will see the Edo ones. Hey, your sisters. Hey. Everybody will be making noise. At the end of the day, you learn nothing. That hatred, people are profiting from it. Yes. On both sides, people are profiting from it. Then the ultimate beneficiaries are the people in Abuja. Then the people who put them there. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have used the ultimate. The bigger beneficiaries are the people in Abuja. Then the ultimate beneficiaries are the people in London, Washington, Beijing. Even the Chinese, they are benefiting from it too. A single Chinese will learn Igbo, learn Hausa, be pursuing Yoruba. But you, because you are from Isoko, you don't want to learn another language. How would you even know yourself and where you're coming from? But when it comes to chasing after their women, an Igbo man will comfortably chase after an Urhobo woman. You will not remember that they don't speak the same language. A Yoruba man will comfortably pursue an Igbo woman if you can bear the headache, and nobody will say anything until it comes to marriage. A Hausa man will comfortably be paying a Carabao girl very well, Alhaji, doing everything. That way, when it comes to penis and vagina, no, nobody is discriminating. But when it comes to important issues, you will allow fools to be confusing you people. See where you are, see this thing, see this dance, see this dance. In Owu Festival, this is the same dance steps. The same dance steps we are making. I can go there and dance and you think I'm from there because I know the rhythm. I have to follow the rhythm. Either I follow the drum, the ekwe, or uju. With my usher and ongrenga. Na chineke una sai bro awa bro nga. Or why bro? Watch it.
The Dhamma is a mask festival that honors deceased elders. It is more than a celebration.
Enugu State, doesn't this look like your Izaga? People from Enugu State, isn't this your Izaga? Hold on. Isn't this your Izaga? Isn't this your Izaga? Eh? This is your Izaga. Look at your Izaga masquerade. It's here. And there are other places in Nigeria you still find the same masquerade. This is your Izaga masquerade. Here, watch it. Hey, don't look at me. Watch it. And it is during harvest season. They do all these things. I want you to be looking inwards. Stop looking outside of Africa. They told you in the church to not look back to Egypt. Hey, the same people who told you that thing were the people that destroyed Egypt and they are still going there, digging up things. Because when you are not looking at Egypt, you will not look at your history. Are you seeing it? Just like the resources are here in the earth and they told you to be looking at up. My salvation will come from the sky. As you're looking at the sky, they are stealing your resources. This is not an attack on any Christian. I am just stating the facts.
That honors deceased elders. It is more than a celebration. The Dhamma is a door to Dogon manhood. To wear a mask and dance at a Dhamma is what every boy lives for.
Just like in our place, to go and dance, my brother, when you are doing it, you've considered yourself a man. That is the only place boys and men sit together. Because you've come, oh my dear, Kai.
Without the Dhamma, young men can feel suspended between boyhood and manhood. This is the case for Atume Dokolo Sai, who is 29, but doesn't yet consider himself a man.
If you're not initiated, you're not a whole man. You're thought to be a bit like a woman. That's why the Dhamma is so important to us.
Atume is from another Dogon village, where his grandfather is the oldest man in the village, the revered keeper of the masks. It's his responsibility to determine the timing of the Dhamma, but there's a conflict. Some years ago, a spirit told the village fortune teller that the next Dhamma would herald the grandpa.
No spirit is telling these people anything, They know the thing, but because they want to fix things the way it will favor them, they will tell you a spirit told them. No spirit is telling them anything. They have all this information, and when they want to see, wash it everywhere. Everybody they do wash. Please start entertaining the thought that your father may be lying to you as to who your real father is. When you start with that one, you start doubting everyone. You will be watching people like this first. Let them land, and when you see them, they don't want to land. Know that they are lying to you. Stop taking it personal. If I don't call your name, no enter the game. No enter the game if I don't call your name. Okay? If you didn't hear your name, go away. Go away. Leave. Let's continue.
Death. The last Dhamma in Atume's village was 20 years ago. Back in Comacon, the whirring song of the bull roarer announces that the celebrations will soon begin. Meanwhile, Atame decides to act. He asks the fortune teller to contact the spirit that seems to have condemned him to eternal childhood. The old man is the village shaman, and the figure who predicts the future with him is the pale fox. The shaman draws patterns in the sand for the divination.
Just like we use our own white chalk to draw on a dry surface. Then on the sand, you just use your hand. Are you seeing it? Stop being afraid of all these things where you see someone rub something here. You don't know the meaning. It's symbolical. It's symbolical. Stop running away. And some of you that call yourselves atheists, how can you be an atheist and you're running away from your Ogoni uncle? Choose one. Choose one. Are there powers or are there not powers? You have to choose one. My friend Sonda Simota once told me that he's half atheist. How can you be? Man, you can't be half pregnant. And those of you that are churchgoers, you hear about reincarnation. Wait, I'm coming to that one. Which one is it? Here or there? Choose one. Let us stop confusing each other.
The elusive pale fox emerges in the cool of the night. Looks like he may have his answer. Atame, the shaman says, will be part of a Dhamma with thousands. Back in Comacon, the new day heralds the start of the ceremony that Atame can only dream of. Every household offers millet to thank the spirits. The old men of Comacon lead the dancing, showing the youngsters how it's done.
You see? The same thing you do in your place. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it now?
Atame may have the fox's blessing, but he still has to persuade his grandfather. Atame knows his quest will benefit all the young men in his village. He implores his grandfather to initiate the Dhamma. Eventually, the old man relents, even though it may seal his fate. The Dhamma, however, will not be this year for Atame's village.
Even though
He's not speaking French.
Dhamma is not this year, it will come. I will be allowed to dance. I'm so happy.
This year, Atame grabs for Dhamma. Next year, it might be him behind the mask.
Egudo. My people, are you seeing it? Huh? Are you now getting it? See, I have 2 other videos to unpack. You saw what they mentioned about reincarnation. We don't die. We don't die. But it's just for those who know themselves, the selected few. Okay? The selected few. The selected few. Guys, we will come in the evening and do the second part of this video. And I will show you exactly what led to this discussion. I will show you exactly what led to this discussion. We'll do the part 2. This is the part 1. We'll do the part 2. This is the part 1. Part 2, wait for the part 2 this evening. Okay? We'll do the part 2. Man, I have other engagements. I have other engagements. That's why I can't do this one now. Okay? I have somewhere to go to. I have appointments to keep to. I didn't know it will take this long. I didn't know it will take this long, my people. That was why we're almost an hour and 45 minutes into it. So we are not going to do that one now. We are not going to do it. Right now, I want to wish my G, my fellow Junborn, which only told I want to wish you a very wonderful, happy birthday. We want to celebrate you. You are my good friend. Uchenna, please, guys, wish him a happy birthday. It's on the page. Go to the page and wish him a happy birthday. Go wish him a happy birthday. Okay? Guys on YouTube, I thank you so much for joining us. Please come back later.